Welcome to Problem Solve, the podcast where me and a special co-host solve all your problems really easily, probably.
Problems? Are you kidding me? I don't have any problems. Okay, I might have a few, but I can work on them with you. Come on.
Hello, Alex.
Hi.
Hi. I'm so glad that you're here.
Me too.
It's been a while. I mean, it's been a while I've wanted you on the podcast for a while.
Yeah, we've talked about this for a long time.
And now it's happening.
It's
so
finally
exciting.
happening.
Can you, before we get into it and answer these questions, can you introduce yourself to everyone?
Yeah, my name is Alex Moskovich. I am a therapist and I specialize in sex therapy.
Mm-hmm.
What else do we want to say? That's me.
That's you.
That's me.
Mm-hmm.
Don't find me on social media.
You said, that's your social media account is a little personal. It's a personal profile, so it might be weird for a bunch of people to follow you.
Yeah, you can find me at my website. It's the longest URL.
I love how long it is. That's what she said. Say it for everyone.
AlexandraMoskovich.psychotherapy.com.
There it is. We'll link to it in the show notes.
Yeah.
You don't have to remember the whole long thing.
Phonetic. The spelling is phonetic.
How's your day going?
Really good.
Yeah.
Really good. Yeah. Really digging Portland fall.
Oh, yeah.
It's so rainy and delicious.
Mm-hmm.
So cozy.
So cozy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love when we make the transition into cozy fall.
It's the best.
It's been fall for a couple days now.
Yeah.
Like the clouds have been here for a little while.
Yeah.
And I'm loving it.
What a reprieve from chaotic summer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, we've got some people that sent in some questions.
Okay.
And we're going to answer those questions together.
Let's do it.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Here is the first one.
Hi, Jeff. My question is this. I have been on a kink journey for a good 3 or 4 years. I'm very comfortable with my kinks and what I like and, what I bring to the bedroom. But when it comes to dating, especially on basic apps like Tinder and Hinge, it's really hard to kind of convey to people what I'm into. And usually if I say something too early, then a guy gets really, really into it really way too fast. And I'm not about to call anybody daddy who doesn't earn the title of daddy. So I wanted to hear your thoughts on when the best time is to kind of have that conversation with somebody. I've tried being really upfront. I've tried sites like FetLife where you're kind of putting your puzzle piece out there and seeing who's going to fit it. But there's also just a bunch of creeps out there. So I would love to hear your thoughts. Thanks so much. Love everything that you do. Right, bye. And camping sucks.
Camping sucks. All right. Listen.
We love her.
Okay.
It's true. Camping sucks. Right, Alex?
Camping is great. Camping is great.
No.
We'll never agree on it.
No.
And that's okay.
Is that?
Yeah, it has to be. It's going to have to be. Yeah. Yeah. So when to call someone daddy is what I heard.
Wait, I have a question about that.
Okay. Yeah.
Who has the daddy issues? Is it like the person that's just like, never call me daddy, that is such a fucking turnoff and it takes me out? Or is it the person that's just like, I want to call you daddy, or you better call me daddy?
Okay.
Because I'm on the side of like, absolute, I'm not into this. I can't do it. If you call me daddy, or if you want me to call you mommy. Oh, well, yeah, see? Well, it hits different for you.
Yeah, mommy's just not hot.
But daddy is?
Daddy can be hot. Anybody who has a daddy has daddy issues, first of all. And I think the person who says, I wanna call you daddy, or I want you to call me daddy, they've integrated their daddy issues. They're more enlightened.
They are the healthy.
They are healthier.
Got it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So since it's an automatic turn off for me, I need to talk more about that in
Yeah,
therapy.
you need to manage your repression
Yeah.
a little bit more.
Yeah, just the like mommy like, daddy like.
Ugh.
But isn't that the same? Mommy like, daddy like?
I take more of an issue with like the poor grammar than I do with mommy and daddy. Daddy like? No, thank you. Absolutely not. No, that's not okay.
All right. I guess
Yeah.
they're not all the same.
No.
And then she said something I didn't understand. There's a lot of grapes out there.
Creeps.
Creeps. Now I get it.
There are a lot of grapes out there. I love that.
I swear she said grapes.
Oh my God. What could that mean? What could that possibly mean?
I thought maybe it was like we call people who are not into any kinks grapes. Like, you're being such a grape. And I was picturing like a real tough green grape that's just like hard to break into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. I think you should make it a thing. Make it a thing.
We'll see if we can.
Yeah, it's a Therapy Jeff coined term. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there's a lot of creeps out there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. When do you divulge your kinks?
You're asking me personally? Or
Yeah. You personally.
Within the first 3 dates.
The first text message.
There are, but whenever I saw somebody one time when I was on a dating app, she had a picture of a Subway sandwich.
Oh.
And I was like, what the fuck is this? And she's like, I'm a sub, babe. And I was like, oh,
Love that.
okay. So whenever I see any sort of reference, either directly or indirectly, to any sort of kink on a dating profile, I'm into it.
Yeah.
It's a turn on.
Yeah.
I'd love to see it.
Well, but I think her issue is like it's too much of a turn on.
Right. Oh, I'm the problem.
You're the problem.
problem.
Once again, you're the problem. Yeah, right? Like, is it sort of setting an expectation? I guess it depends on what you're looking for, right?
Sure.
When
When do you disclose your kinks?
I don't lead with it.
You don't lead with it.
No, that's like, I'll hint at it. Early
on your profile or like on a date?
Maybe very subtly on my profile, but not explicitly on my profile. But I also am not on like a sex forward dating app.
Right.
Also, get off FetLife.
Get off FetLife.
Get on Field. What are you doing on FetLife?
A lot of people like FetLife, and it's very sexy forward, and you get to like select all the kinks and fetishes that you're into, and you can put those like real spicy pictures up there, and there's a whole community. And
maybe this is my judgment for FetLife.
I mean, it's definitely a judgment.
Yeah. Sorry, apologies.
But I have a weird thing about Field. Like,
really?
Yeah, but I haven't spent much time on FetLife at all.
Oh, I prefer Field to FetLife.
Bunch of fucking weirdos on Field.
I mean, yeah, we're all freaks.
Yeah.
We're all freaks out there.
It's not even so much, I mean, whatever, there's a bunch of weirdos, but we like the weirdos. It's the UI. It just feels like not a complete dating app. Like a Hinge, Tinder, even Bumble feels just like easier, better, smoother to use.
So this is a technological
It's more of a
qualm.
Yeah.
Okay.
It really, but fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to Field. So if you're on Field or FetLife, yeah, share those kinks, right? I think those people know how to receive that information in like not a creepy way.
Yes.
They're not like total grapes about it.
They're not total grapes. They're primed for it.
Yes.
They're primed for it. Ripe for it. Yeah. I mean, I think that if she's on FetLife, then I imagine that's out there.
Yeah.
So what is it? Like, when do you divulge your kinks to the squares?
Yeah, I think that's the question. Without getting them too horny.
What are your kinks, babe? I gotta know about these kinks. Yeah, without getting them too horny, or
I don't know. I'm not sure you could like control somebody's horniness. I guess you could tell them about it in a subtle way. But that's kind of sexy.
I think, well, yeah, we love subtlety.
Mm-hmm.
And also, like, if you're not a subtle girly,
Mm-hmm.
then that's okay, right?
Mm-hmm.
I hear her taking a lot of responsibility for other people's reactions.
Good point.
And yeah, just let your shit be out there.
Yeah.
If it feels good being out there and you get some, I mean, you're going to get creeps.
Yeah.
We live in a patriarchal society full of
Mhm.
creeps
Mhm.
and grapes.
I think it's just, yeah, spend more time on the sexy apps.
Uh-huh.
FetLife, Field, or I don't know what else there is.
Yeah.
On like more like queer centered apps, maybe.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that. The question seems to be like, how do I change myself to be more palatable? Or how do I
make it so that these men don't fetishize me?
Yeah, honey.
When it should be like, we should be talking to the men.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong that you're doing here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like, how do I wear more clothes and cover up so that I don't turn on anybody too much?
Yeah.
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 Sort of
The
thing.
problem is not you.
Yes.
Like, go get fucked in like the most beautiful way. Live your life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
I
Mhm.
think we've fixed it.
I think we fixed it for her.
Yeah.
Good job, team. Okay. Alex,
Jeff.
this is one that I've tried to get lots of people to answer with me, and they're just like, I have no idea what's going on here. I'm not expecting you to understand exactly what this question is all
So
about.
excited.
But we're going to try to figure it out together.
Great.
Okay?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, listen up.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Therapy Jeff. So I was seeing a guy who put me on pause so that he could go into monk mode and literally do like semen retention to make it last longer. Is this a real thing?
That's it.
That's it? What?
So first, Alex, have you
Yeah.
ever heard the term monk mode?
Monk mode. Not referring to this.
So you've heard it in the wild, though?
Like, not as a coined term, you know, like I've never been able to look it up on Urban Dictionary or anything. But yeah, I'm feeling reclusive. It's
right.
winter. I'm wintering. I'm going into monk mode, but not like I'm becoming voluntarily celibate so I can retain my semen to make what last longer?
To make, I guess, to not come as fast.
Okay.
So I've never heard the term monk mode, but I intuited what you.
Sure.
Yeah. And then I didn't know. I think so. This is also feels like some tantric stuff.
Could be. Yeah,
You
absolutely.
Retain. You don't ejaculate. And I hate that word.
You don't like it?
I don't know. Do you like that word?
Ejaculate?
Yeah.
It's too clinical.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, so you can come harder more.
You don't come, and then maybe you do like the inside out, the internal come, the internal, right? Isn't that a thing? You don't come out your dick, you come in your dick.
You come right in that dick.
You go right in the exit.
Send it back
Yeah,
in.
Send it back up in.
Yeah.
And then you retain all your energy,
yes.
and you're not wasting it
Sure.
or letting it leave your body.
Uh-huh.
And I think you can there's different things you can do to practice.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and he's going into monk mode
Sure.
to do that.
Okay, so here's what confuses me. I mean, there are a few things that confuse me about this, and I love that no one has agreed to answer
I
this
know.
question yet. I would like to speak with them about what hangups they had.
Seriously.
Okay, so he's going into monk mode so as not to come, so he can make his come last longer.
So he cannot come as quickly.
So he cannot come as quickly.
Mm-hmm.
That feels really different. Semen retention feels different to me.
Yeah.
I could be sharing my ignorance here and probably am, than like a tantric approach, right? Because tantric approach is all about, conserving energy,
Mhm.
not semen, you know?
But isn't the energy in the semens?
Yeah, medically speaking.
But also spiritually speaking.
Your energy's in your
Although-
semens?
I
In your sperm?
Yeah, in your sperms.
Mm.
And they come from your energy core.
Uh-huh.
And they shoot out your dick.
I know more about yoni energy than I do about
Yeah.
sperm energy.
No, what's the opposite of yoni is?
Oh shit.
We're not looking good here.
No.
No.
No, I don't know. Dick. The opposite of yoni is your dick.
Yeah, there you go.
Your dick energy.
Lingam.
Thank you.
Lingam?
Lingam.
Lingam.
Yeah, that's
right.
exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
Have I heard of this before? Is this a thing? I mean, yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing.
To go away and retain your semen.
Is it a valid reason to put someone on pause? I don't like that.
I don't like that.
Like, go conserve your dick energy,
Yeah.
right? But like, he put me on pause so he could go do this.
It's because
thing.
she's so hot, he can't not come in his pants.
As soon as he sees her.
I should be like, splurge.
Then what a fucking compliment.
Yeah,
This
exactly.
I wish we could see a picture. And maybe we could splurge
Yeah.
too. Huh. Yeah. What's the question here? I've totally lost it.
She said,
Is this a thing?
is this a thing?
Yeah, it's a thing.
Alex says it's a thing, so it's a thing.
This is a thing.
We don't like the thing.
It's a fine thing.
It's a fine. I mean, it's like the thing as in like, we don't like that this is the reason that he's giving. Or maybe you do.
Yeah. Do I wouldn't like that reason
No.
if I were her.
No.
No. Would you?
Absolutely not.
No. What do you think you would say to someone putting you on pause to go into monk mode?
I'd be like, stay in monk mode, babe.
Wow.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Okay, yeah.
I'm moving on.
Forever monk. Okay, got it.
It's a stage too. Like we all think about like going into monk mode, and then you just don't really do it.
Yeah. Like I can't speak for this guy, but that feels like some cop-out bullshit.
It does feel like that.
Yeah. I don't like that.
So is it a thing? Maybe. Is it a cop-out? Probably.
You're better than that, honey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get out of here. What if it was like that show Monk? You know? I might respect that more.
Do you remember that guy?
Yeah.
What's his name, Monk?
His name, it was a detective.
Detective Monk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
OCD, obsessive compulsive
Right.
detective Monk.
So he might be going into just like watching that series over and over again.
And honestly, respect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great show.
Yeah.
Great show. Yeah. Well,
There you go.
there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Monk mode. Some bullshit.
Here's the next question, Alex.
Okay.
Hi, Jeff. This podcast theme just fell from heaven for me because this weekend an idea came up, from my partner. He told me that one of his biggest fantasies was to do this practice called pegging, and I'm straight and he's also straight, and I know that it has nothing to do with sexual orientation or anything. I'm trying to be open-minded, and I'm just trying to do anything that's going to help us sexually and fulfill his pleasure, and but it was, I don't know, confusing for me. If you could talk more about that, like the pleasure men get, from prostatic stimulation, or I don't know. Pegging is new to me. I didn't know it even was a thing until I searched information this yesterday, and I don't know if you could talk about it. And I don't know. Thank you so much, Jeff. Bye.
Bye.
Baby, the distress.
Oh, so much distress.
Oh, no.
But like the most adorable grape you'd ever
Oh my
come
God.
across.
Sweetest
Yeah.
grape. What a little kitten.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about pegging? What do you think about peg? I mean, there's so many things to say about. I love this phone call. I love this memo, whatever. So sweet.
Good for him, right?
Yeah.
For being like, this is something I want to experience. He probably knew that it might land a little awkwardly, but he spoke up.
Yeah.
And I think that, yeah, sure, she's, pegging has nothing to do with our sexual orientation.
No.
However, it could feel that way when a guy brings that up, and he may have some internalized homophobia, and it's scary to ask for it. And
yeah.
So you have to be kind of brave and courageous to bring that up. So good job.
Yeah.
Good job asking for it.
Yes.
And for her, she's receiving it in the way that she's receiving it.
She's about to give it in the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love this. I feel very endeared to like the fear in her voice.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Aw, yeah, that can be scary.
That's a real, it's a real role reversal, right? Like he's usually the one inserting something into her, I would imagine. Yeah. So now all of a sudden that's going to flip.
Sure.
If she's never heard, she said she'd never heard about this until yesterday.
Oh shit.
So this is like a real paradigm shift, right? So we also have to kind of like give space to that. It's going to take a while maybe to get on board, and mentally, emotionally, spiritually.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Especially spiritually.
Oh
my God. Yeah. What an adjustment. And also, when you come through the other side, to peg a man is one of like life's greatest pleasures.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. The power. The power is delicious. It's not gay. Right? It would be okay if it was. And it has nothing to do with sexuality. And I'm so curious for her, like, what's coming up there.
Yeah, she's saying that, and she knows it has nothing to do with sexuality, but like in her body somewhere, it feels like maybe it does.
Yeah, I wonder about like some insecurity she might be feeling about his attraction to her, or what her role in the relationship is. It's just like inherently destabilizing to like hear that your partner has a desire that's kind of out of left field for you. And pegging is so fun. Sex is so fun. It's like such a nice way to explore with and connect with your partner. There are like a million little nerve endings in your asshole.
Right.
And that can feel really great. Prostate play. I think she said prosthetic play, which I
say prosthetic play.
Loved. Prostate play can be super pleasurable, right? The P spot. And
so you probably wouldn't want to just jump right into pegging. You might want to warm up to that, I would imagine.
You tell me. Yeah, I imagine. I mean, I think if we're talking about anal, right, then like just going right for it is probably not the best approach, right? We want to like warm up. We want lots of foreplay. We want lube.
Tons of lube.
Maybe we start with a finger. Maybe we graduate different sizes. Maybe it could be like the cutest fucking date to go to a sex shop and find like a strap-on that you both really like.
There are also educational websites. So I wouldn't recommend you going to porn for education.
No.
You can go to like beducated.com or omgguess.com, where they have specific videos set up for pegging that you and your partner can watch together, which would be like fun, cute, maybe a turn on, but like incredibly informative.
Uh-huh.
I wanted to say informal.
And informal. Uh-huh.
And informal.
You're doing great.
Yeah. So you could also just start there if you want to
Sure.
get like a private lesson in the comfort of your own home.
Yeah.
But going to a sex shop, typically those sex shop workers have a lot of information for you too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
there also might be classes depending on where you are. I'm not sure.
I don't know. Does Tristan Taormino still do a lot of like education on anal, like specifically anal? Look her up, Tristan Taormino. She's, a legend, a G, you know? Yeah. I think looking at it like something fun, right? Fun, new, kind of sweet and tender, you know?
Yeah. And it's going to be for both of you. You get to like maybe step into a different role that you haven't explored together. Maybe neither of you have explored anything like this before. So it must be a really safe relationship for him to bring this up with you.
Absolutely.
And it can become even more intimate now.
Yeah.
By exploring these preferences and
so connecting. And I think, just really keeping that in mind, the fact that he's even bringing it up with you means that he feels so safe. So don't fuck it up.
It's the internalized like homophobia of it all that I feel like maybe, you two can talk about and dispel and validate and
or if she has, trusted friends or her own therapist, to even just questioning with safe people, like, what does this mean? And does it actually have to mean anything? Yeah. She
sounds a little intimidated. But I think that she's got this.
I believe in you. I believe in you. Have so much fun.
You're going to love it.
Yeah.
He's going to love it.
Everyone's going to love it.
Hi, Therapy Jeff. Question about dating with STDs. So back in 2020, I had just gotten promoted at work, and then the world shut down and I was laid off after being with the company for 10 years. I was devastated, needless to say, and I went in search of something that made me feel wanted and paid attention to me. And so while the whole world was shutting down, I went online dating, and I ended up meeting a guy who was charismatic, but lied about his sexual health, and I ended up getting genital herpes. I know that I hadn't had it before because when I got tested, they said I did not have the antibodies, that this was a new infection. When I confronted him about it, he lied, of course, and said, he had no idea prior to that, but he's like, oh yeah, maybe my baby mama told me, but I thought she was joking that she had it. So needless to say, I broke up with him, like that was done. But I went into the biggest depression that I've ever been in before. On top of feeling rejected from work, now I'm dealing with not having any self-worth and self-value, because who's going to want someone with herpes? Like, who's going to want to be with me? And I really had to work hard to pull myself out of that. I listened to a lot of online podcasts and followed some accounts on Instagram that deal with STDs and herpes and such. My question is, and the help that I need really is going forward. This has been years now. Having the conversation with new partners and new people. I've had some guys who were like, I wish you would have told me sooner so that I didn't get
emotionally attached because now I have to be the bad guy and break up with you because I don't want that in my life, which is fair. But what do I say? How do I, I thought after 4 years it was going to get easier, and it just hasn't gotten easier. Do you have any tips for me? Thanks.
Ugh. I hated that.
Yeah, why'd you hate that?
I did not like that. First of all, everyone has herpes.
Right.
That's tired. This is tired. I'm tired. No, not to be like the most glib, but like, obviously it feels bad to, I mean, she had a hell of a year.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Hired or promoted, fired,
Pandemic.
COVID.
Black Lives Matter.
Let's go through all of it. All of it.
And on top of it all, she got genital herpes.
From some psychopath.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I hate this guy.
I don't like him either.
No, let's sue him. Let's sue
I
him.
wish we could.
Yeah. And his baby mama for making such a shitty joke.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Do better.
Yeah, I don't
Although
like that.
I who knows, maybe the baby mama's no good and doesn't know how to make jokes. But I think that it's him. He's like, I don't believe that story. I think he's just trying to like brush it off. Like, oh, I don't know. Maybe she said something I wasn't thinking. Whatever. Like, it's like, no, you knew.
Oh, yeah. He's obviously the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're the problem.
Yeah.
But I feel like herpes, HSV 1 and 2, it's more of like since it's so widespread, it's more of like a social stigma, a social disease, more than a physical one. It's still a physical thing.
Yeah.
But there is a lot of shame.
Yeah.
And embarrassment or insecurity or fearing that you're going to be looked at as dirty or something.
Yeah.
And that people are going to reject you. And like she's saying, there are some people that are going to reject you. And that's probably because they're just not educated and they don't understand all of the information and how it can be, how it's like, how you can manage it and the medications that you can take in order to make it like a very slim chance to pass it on to somebody else.
Yeah.
But, still got to be open and honest about it. But people are going to have their weird reactions. And that really fucking sucks.
It does really suck. And there's just like so much misinformation out there. I feel like so many people are getting their medical information from fucking TikTok or like Reddit or whatever. You can take medication to prevent outbreaks. The chances that you're passing it on when you don't have an outbreak are very slim. I like, my heart really goes out to her when she's talking about, like waiting to share this with someone and they're getting upset with her for, letting it go on too long when there's, when they've already developed like an emotional attachment. Like, when are you supposed to disclose that?
There's no real right answer, right? That like everyone's going to have their own opinions on when it should be disclosed, and it's going to be up to you.
Yeah.
You disclose it at least before you do sex.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's when you should do it before then.
Sure.
And maybe anytime before then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people disclose it on their dating profile, so they don't have to have the conversation. I've seen a lot of times where people are like, I have HSV1, I'm HSV1 or 2 positive. So that's an option for you if you want. I don't know. I can't tell you except for do it before you have sex. And what do you think? Is there a good time to disclose it?
Certainly before you're coming into contact with any genitals, right? Yeah, I can see this intuitively feels correct. This is definitely not like a recommendation or this is the one right way. I feel like you're making out, maybe date 2,
Mm-hmm.
3, then, hey, hi. I just wanted to let you know about something before we go any further.
Mm-hmm.
This conveys like responsibility. You're having an intimate moment. I feel like the chances of someone acting like a huge asshole are really small when you're like connected like
Mhm.
that. And if they do act like an asshole, then like fuck them. Get them the fuck out of
That's
there.
good information for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely. You don't need them.
Okay, so you're more of like, we're being cute, we're being cuddly. Maybe there's some kisses here. There feels like a connection, some intimacy is
Mhm.
brewing.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to be direct and straightforward and tell you what's up.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, you don't feel like that.
I don't want to. So that is good for you.
Tell me why it's bad.
No, it's not bad. It's
Okay.
good for you, and it's good for everyone that's like, yeah, this vibes for me. I'm gonna do a yes and
Mhm.
yes, and another way
Yeah.
that I would like to receive it, and I'd probably give it this way too, is we go on a date, and we are excited about a second date.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe even a third date. So somewhere between the first and third date,
Yeah.
you text me.
Oh, you love
a text.
You love a text. I hate a text.
You would feel so. Hold on, Alex. So
Okay, yeah.
we go on a date. Before the second date, you text me.
Uh-huh.
Hey, just want to give you a heads up. I test positive for HSV1 or 2, whatever, and I take these medications. And if you have any questions, let me know. I'm totally open to answering them to the best of my knowledge. Go ask Dr. Google or your doctor, preferably, if you want to get. So, like, go ahead and do your own research. And now you have this information, and you can make, this informed, consensual decision.
Sure.
Right? And you're telling me something, like, I can have any reaction I want
Privately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can take a beat before I respond.
Yes.
Because if you're telling me that in person, all of a sudden I'm flustered. I'm like, okay, this is fine, but I don't want her to think that I'm being too cool or too weird or too something. I'm all of a sudden thinking of you and being like, oh, you probably feel shame from other people. I don't want to be the one but if I can just have my own reaction.
Yeah.
And then thoughtfully respond to you.
Sure.
In with gratitude.
Uh-huh.
Then, right? So that's not, I like the text.
Yeah, I could see.
And all you have to do is hit send instead of I have to be brave enough to bring this up in person if you're feeling not so brave about it.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I get it, right? Being able to have the space to have your own reaction and to take time to process it, not feeling pressured to respond right away or respond in the perfect way.
Right.
Yeah, I think that, you would respond with gratitude.
Yes.
And some people might not respond that way. Some people might respond or react in a shitty way, right?
Well, then I want you to be away from me on text then, instead of in front of my face. I think you
might have changed my mind. You might have changed my mind. I do not like serious communications over text, just patently. But
Yes.
That's my personal preference. And I think, okay, here's a compromise.
All right, what's the compromise?
Here's a compromise. You communicate to me that you have herpes in person.
In person.
Yeah. We're making out, right? We're having this sweet connected moment. We feel close to each other. It's still early on. I think we're in agreement, between date 1 and 3.
Got it.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you say, so, hey, I just want to disclose my status to you. These are the things that I'm doing. This is how I'm taking responsibility for it. And you don't need to respond right now. You can take all the time you need to think about it and get back to me. I just want to throw that out there. You don't need to say anything.
Can I text you about it?
Yeah, you can. Don't text me about it. But you can text about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. I
Yeah.
like that. I think that takes the edge off of me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There's also, I mean, this is just whether you have HSV or whatever, like you can still, let's make this like a normal conversation of what is your STI status? When was the last time you got tested
1,000%.
before you do any
1,000%.
funny business?
Yeah. How would you feel if someone disclosed that in their profile? Do you think that you would swipe right on them?
Swipe right is the good swipe.
Come on. You know what the good swipe is.
I'm blanking. I always misremember if it's right or left.
Yeah.
Swipe right is right.
Yeah.
Right,
Would you
right.
swipe right? Would you agree to match with
I
someone?
would definitely agree to match with somebody
who disclosed that on their profile.
disclosed that on their profile.
Yeah.
It's good communication.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's more like green flags because it's just like you're being honest and upfront. You're not fucking around.
Yeah.
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 So that's not going to stop me from swiping
No.
right.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Is it going to stop you?
No.
Yeah.
No, I think it conveys like a confidence,
Yeah.
a security,
Mm-hmm.
an openness. That's good communication. I mean, the rest of the profile would have to be pretty bad for me to let that be like a no.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Own your herpes.
What STI would they have to disclose where you would swipe left?
Syphilis. I'm a no on syphilis. That feels okay to say without getting canceled.
Syphilis is curable, treatable. Is it? Isn't it?
Yeah, penicillin, right?
think, yeah, that
penicillin
just-
cures
that-
everything.
Yeah.
Ivermectin. Yeah, I think so. Didn't Freud have Nietzsche died of syphilis? I think.
Oh.
Don't quote me on it. Don't cancel me for that.
We are naming the episode Nietzsche Died of Syphilis.
Yeah, fuck that. Come at me. Nietzsche bros, philosophy majors, syphilis fans. Yeah, you go crazy.
Oh, it drives
You
you
go,
crazy.
yeah, insane.
Oh, no.
That's not a good look.
Okay, so yeah, I'm swiping left on that as well.
You'd swipe left on syphilis.
Mhm.
Is there any other STD that you would swipe left on?
I asked you that to try to like set you up. It's like I wanted you to say something problematic, but you just sort of hit it out of the park.
Fuck you,
yeah.
Jeff.
So I want to be like, oh my God, Alex, you're horrible.
Come at me. Come at, let's fight. Set me up for another one. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
Maybe next time.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Alex.
Oh, is that it?
Oh, did you want more?
There are no more?
No, that's all we got. time
Wow.
for
Well,
today.
if people want to hear more from me,
Where could they find you?
they can find me on my long ass website, Alexandra Moskovich, psychotherapy.com. Check it out in the notes of the
Show
episode.
notes. Yep. Click those links.
Click the links. Don't find me on social media because I won't accept you on social media.
Also, you can't find her by just entering her name.
No. Well, you can.
You can?
Yeah.
Oh.
But it's a private
couldn't.
account.
Oh. I mean, shoot your shot.
Yeah, try though.
I mean,
Get in my DMs. Fuck. Do it.
slide into her DMs.
Yeah. Is
Yeah.
that what the kids say?
Yeah.
The youth?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and if you want me to be on this podcast again, then I don't know, leave a comment, subscribe, rate, review.
Put it in the review. Give us a
Yeah.
5-star review.
Yeah, absolutely.
And say that I'm only going to continue listening if Alex is on again.
100%. Yeah, we'll share more stories,
Mm-hmm.
jokes, fun.
Can't wait.
Okay. Thanks, Jeff.
Bye.
Bye.